Good morning, everyone. It's Miss Vaccaro. So I want to see if anybody remembers how to count by 10. So let's start by singing our song. There's 10, 20, 30, then 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and then 100, counting by tens. There's 10, 20, 30, then 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and then 100, counting by tens. There's 10, 20, 30, then 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and then 100, counting by tens. And like we talked about last week, there is a pattern when counting by tens that may help you remember, right? We know that the first number shown is the number of tens, right? And it goes in number order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, right? So that means the number 10 has one group of tens. The number 20 has two groups of tens. The number 30 has three groups of tens. 40 has four tens. What about 50? How many groups of tens does 50 have? That's right, 5. What about 60? 6. What about 70? How many groups of tens? 7. What about 80? 8 groups of 10. What about 90? 9 groups of 10. Now this is a little tricky, but 100 has 10 groups of 10. Do you see the 10 here? 1, 0, but we'll learn about that later. So let's take a look at this number. Here I have some groups of 10. You can see that I've labeled them. They're not stuck together, right? Because we know tens are not stuck together. They are a group of 10. So here I see the sentence that looks just like the sentence on your assignments. I see blank, groups of 10. The number is blank. So looking closely here, how many groups of 10 do you see? 1 group, 2 group, 3 group. So how many groups of 10s are there? 3, that's right. So I'm going to write the number 3. I see 3 groups of 10. The number is, so this is where counting by tens comes in handy. So if we don't know that right off the bat, what we can do is count our groups of 10. So 10, 20, 30. What's our number? 30, that's right. And I know 30 is 3, 0. Because there are 3 groups of 10s and 0 ones, right? There's no blue ones. So there are 3 groups of 10. The number is 30. So here on this side, we have the problem that we just did. We saw 3 groups of 10. That means the number's 30. Let's take a look at this side. So again, we have that same sentence. I see blank. Groups of 10. The number is blank. So, how many groups of 10 do we see? 1 group, 2, 3, and 4. So how many groups of 10 are there for this number? 4. That's right. 1 group, 2 group, 3 groups, and 4 groups. And remember, those 10s, they stick together. They do not come apart. See, I can't even take it apart. So now that can help us. If we see 4 groups of 10, what's our number? Remember, we can use this number to help us with the tens place, or we can count by tens. I'm going to count by tens again. 10, 20, 30, 40. What's our number? 40, that's right. And again, I'm looking at the number 40. This means there's 4 tens and 0 ones. I see 4 groups of 10. The number is 40. So now I have one more question. We have this side, which has 3 groups of 10, which means our number is 30. We have this side where there are 4 groups of 10, and our number is 40. So my question is, which number has more groups of 10? Is it 30 or 40? Which has more groups of 10? That's right, 40, because I know that I see more groups of 10 on this side. This side only has 3 groups of 10. This side has 4, and I know that 4 is bigger than the number 3. So the number 40 has more groups of 10 than 30. So let's take a look at these two sets of numbers. Let's start on this side. So here we have our same sentence. I see blank groups of 10. The number is blank. So this one's pretty easy. How many groups of 10 are there? That's right, there's only 2. I see 2 groups of 10. The number is, we can count by tens or use this to help us with the tens place. 10, 20. The number is 20. Sorry, it's tricky to write upside down. So I see 2 groups of 10. The number is 20. This 2 helps us because it's the same 2 in the number 20. So let's take a look at this side. There's a bit more groups of 10. So I see blank groups of 10. The number is blank. So how many groups of 10 are there? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 groups of 10. See if you can figure out what the number is. That's right. It's going to be 50. So I knew this because when I looked at this side helped me. I saw that 2 tens makes 20. So 5 tens makes 50. You can also count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 50. So now I have the question of which number, which side, this side or this side, which has more groups of 10? This side has 2 groups of 10. This side has 5 groups of 10. You can also look at the groups of tens. Which side is showing more? That's right, 50. 50 has 5 groups of 10. 20 has 2 groups of 10. I know that the number 5 is bigger than the number 2.